Yeah, that sheer commitment from Julian Wilson to finish his waves up on dry reef paid off. And I'll tell you what, Ace is a hard guy to beat out here. He's always on the good ones. And this heat coming up, obviously Owen and Gabriel Medina. Quarterfinal number 1, I'll tell you what, is going to be an absolute cracker.
That runner-up performance against Jeremy Flores. As this one counted in, Potts, Medina got a big start.
Oh my goodness, Gabriel Medina, how did he come out of that one? Driving through the section. He's not finished yet. What a way to start quarterfinal number 1. That's how you're going to beat Owen Wright, one of the best surfers out here. Have a look at this from the channel. Gabriel Medina, he's gone through that section. How did he come over that foam ball? Manages to sneak out and then rattled off some big turns. Gabriel Medina, an absolute cracker to kick things off. And Joe, the judges appreciated that. Have a look at that, driving through that first section, moving that board rail to rail, keeping those fins engaged. Now he hits that foam ball, and I do not know how he came up and over that. And then Owen Wright right behind him, driving through the wave of his own, comes out nice and clean, bangs it up through the lip and goes down at the end of it. So Joe, a couple of really good scores to kick things off. Owen Wright just sliding straight in, beautiful tube technique. Time and time again, we've seen these two guys absolutely tear this place apart, surfing it with reckless abandon. Owen Wright unfortunately goes down on that last maneuver, but really the story is Gabriel Medina's first wave, Joe. Have a look at that.
A perfect 10, the first of the event on finals day to kick it off at the buzzer. We talked about hoping we'd get a perfect number all week. Rapid pace finals day where you have to surf a lot of times to get to the final. Medina's up again. First section, tight barrel, multiple sections, looking to come over the foam ball. That one's gonna get the best of him on the way out. His performance out here, even on the small waves, it's really fun to see how far he can get, Potts.
Yeah, I like the speed that he carries. I was expecting him to make that, you know, once Gabriel Medina starts feeling it, once he finds that, he could go on a crazy roll in the back part of the year and win another world title.
Float to start from Medina. Little wrapping turn, he just likes staying active, catching lots of waves, mixing it up through the inside with maneuvers, and still committing to that little hack off the top as well.
Resting on that, you know, he's catching a lot of waves. He's had, this is wave number 3 since that 10-point ride. And it's not going to be a huge one, but he's constantly working on trying to back that 10-point ride up. He knows and he understands that a lot of the times guys can still lose with that 10.
Medina's won this event. He's had 2 finals, and he's so consistent. As we look at Owen Wright, coming off the break, right into the barrel and already into his big roundhouse cutback, high rebound, and it's going to take him down. So incomplete on that. Now he's getting a little loose in these conditions. What happened to Owen here?
Oh, wow. Beautiful, beautiful barrel for Owen Wright. And then drives around, and as he bangs it off the whitewater, you can see him just sitting back on the heels just a little bit. Unfortunately, the whitewater just taking his board away, but beautiful tube ride nonetheless. Thread in the eye of the needle, almost losing his balance right there. That front foot kind of slipped a little bit, but beautiful rotation off the top and then just sat down on it.
Medina making a move for a 3.94. Fades the takeoff, no barrel to start. Going to turns, quick forehand jam, and that's only good for one maneuver. So Owen gets the lead, has priority for a better looking wave out the back. Owen sets up the tube on the takeoff and straight out the back. Gabriel Medina, he's going to be counting a 13th as we lock into this one. Nice and deep. 2 arms on the wall to pack the next section. And Gabriel Medina is into the lead with a big float right on the reef. Numbers dropping in for Medina. It's an 8.23. Way out in front now is Owen's comboed.
Yeah, well, let's have a look at this. Beautiful first tube, slows himself down, gets that bonus section, comes out, and then bangs it up over the lip and free falls under dry reef. 8.23. Maybe Owen should have gone that wave. But Owen's standards have got to be higher, right? He's got to look for something special if he wants to try and win this heat. Medina, on the other hand, he could freestyle. Why? Because he only needed a low score to get himself into that top spot, and that's a classic situation of what we're talking about. Combination with only 3 minutes to go.
Now taking off, trying to pull off a miracle comeback. Owen Wright, bottom turns, packs a big section, but he's got a lot of water coming down on his head. So a really challenging section. He approached it, though, looking for a huge score to come back. Now Medina will kick out in front of Owen to try to regain priority. 22 seconds to go. Medina preparing for another big semifinal, adding to his crazy track record. Another massive total, another 10 to his name. Leaves the water with 18.23 points. Coming this event, number 9 in the world. He's getting closer to that top 5 picture.